Marcus's heartwarming story of kindness spreads a positive message. A small act from the heart can change the world. And sometimes, the true meaning of life does not lie in fame or wealth, but in what we leave in the hearts of others. Let us know where you're watching from. Now, relax and enjoy this amazing story. Marcus was only 32 years old, but his deep brown eyes carried a weariness that didn't come from age. His barber shop, a small red brick haven on a quiet street, was where he spent his days. But lately, something had been bothering him. One hot afternoon, everything changed. As he swept the barber shop floor, Marcus saw a child through the window who seemed lost in time. The boy, thin and wearing faded clothes, had hair so long and dirty that it seemed to form an impenetrable tangle. Before he could think twice, he opened the door and called out to the boy, "Hey, come here. Are you hungry? Want a haircut?" The child hesitated, but Marcus's warm smile was impossible to refuse. The boy sat in the chair with an almost painful shyness. Marcus began working carefully, combing through the tangled hair. "What's your name?" "Kevin." "Well, Kevin, I'm going to make you look amazing. Just wait and see." When he finished, he turned the chair toward the mirror and watched a smile spread across the boy's face. "What do you think?" Kevin only murmured a heartfelt, "Thank you." That night, Marcus couldn't sleep. He sat at his kitchen table, staring at the scissors he used daily and thinking about the impact he could have. That's when he decided his barber shop would be more than a place for haircuts. It would be a safe space where vulnerable children could feel respected and valued. The next morning, he wrote a handmade sign, "Free haircuts for street kids. Come in and feel at home." He placed it in the window, beginning what he believed to be a small personal revolution. The first few weeks were challenging. Many children passed by, but few had the courage to come in. Marcus worked hard to create a welcoming environment. He decorated the walls with drawings he made himself, left extra chairs for anyone who just wanted to chat, and bought a jar of candies to hand out. Slowly, they started to come in. Each haircut was a new story, and each shy smile made Marcus believe even more in the importance of his initiative. Word of what Marcus was doing began to spread. And so, the barber shop started to fill up. Every day, new children appeared, many brought by friends or neighbors. Marcus now worked twice as hard, but he never complained. On the contrary, every child who walked through the door reminded him that he was on the right path. It was in this atmosphere that Jacob appeared. He was 10 years old, with a sharp and wary gaze. His hair was so messy it seemed untouched by a comb for months. "Are you Marcus?" "That's me. And you are?" "Jacob." "Well, Jacob, looks like you could use a haircut, huh?" The boy hesitated but eventually climbed into the chair. "Why do you cut hair for free?" Marcus paused for a moment, looking at the boy through the mirror. "Because everyone deserves to feel good about themselves, Jacob. And sometimes, a haircut can do more than you imagine." Jacob fell silent, but the spark in his eyes showed that those words had touched something deep within him. From that day on, he became a constant presence in the barber shop. "Do you need help, Marcus?" "I think I do, Jacob." And so, the boy started sweeping the floor, organizing chairs, and even choosing songs for the radio. Marcus knew that Jacob needed more than just a haircut. And, in a way, he found it at the barber shop. Not everyone looked kindly on the growing presence of children. "Marcus, this place is turning into a playground. You should think about the paying customers." "Harold, these kids need this place more than you know. If that bothers you, maybe this barber shop isn't the right place for you." Jacob, who overheard the conversation from the corner, smiled proudly. "Don't you care what they say?" "No, Jacob. My job is to make a difference, not to please everyone." As the weeks passed, Jacob almost became Marcus's assistant. He helped younger kids feel comfortable, organized supplies, and even laughed at Marcus's bad jokes to lighten the mood. The connection between them was palpable. And Marcus, in turn, saw in Jacob a strength that inspired him to keep going. even on the hardest days. It all started when someone took a photo of Marcus cutting Kevin's hair, the first boy to walk into the barber shop. The image, accompanied by a brief story, was posted on a local social media page. "This man is changing lives with a pair of scissors and a lot of kindness." The post, simple and unassuming, quickly went viral. Comments began pouring in. "What an incredible gesture. Why don't we have more people like this?" The story gained even more traction when a small local newspaper decided to write an article about Marcus's work. He hesitated when the reporter approached him, but after hearing that the goal was to highlight the importance of supporting vulnerable children, he agreed. During the interview, he was clear and straightforward. "I don't do this for recognition. I do it because everyone deserves to be treated with dignity, and if I can offer that with a haircut, then that's what I'll do." The article was published and gained even more attention on social media. Suddenly, people from other towns began commenting, sharing, and even calling the barber shop, offering material donations and asking for advice on replicating the initiative elsewhere. The afternoon seemed like any other in Marcus's small barber shop. The soft sound of the radio filled the space with a tranquil melody as he finished cutting another child's hair. The boy giggled shyly at the funny stories Marcus told to break the ice. He sat down across from Jacob, resting his arms on the counter. "You know, Jacob, I've been thinking a lot these past few days about what this place means, about what I do here, and I've realized something important." Jacob leaned in slightly, waiting eagerly for Marcus's words. "One day, I won't be here anymore, but this needs to continue. It needs to be more than just me. And I think you might be the one to carry it on." Jacob's eyes widened in surprise. "Me? But I don't know how to cut hair." Marcus smiled and got up, retrieving a pair of scissors and a comb. "Not yet, but you'll learn, and I'll teach you everything I know, because I believe you can make a difference, Jacob, not just here, but wherever you go." Marcus guided Jacob to one of the chairs, placing a training wig on it. He handed the scissors to the boy, who held them carefully, as if they were something precious. "The first thing you need to know is that this isn't just about cutting hair. It's about listening. Everyone who sits in this chair has a story, and you, with your hands, can help them feel seen and respected." Jacob started cutting hesitantly while Marcus guided him slowly. No rush. "It's not about being fast. It's about doing it right. When you finish, I want you to look into the eyes of whoever sits here and see how a simple gesture can change everything." As the days went by, Marcus and Jacob settled into a new routine. Every morning before the customers arrived, Jacob trained under Marcus's watchful eye. He made mistakes, of course, but Marcus's patience and Jacob's enthusiasm turned the process into more than a technical lesson. It became an exchange of trust, a passing of purpose, from one generation to the next. The barber shop began to radiate something new, an energy born from hope and the idea of continuity. He knew that with Jacob by his side, the mission he started here would continue growing, touching lives in ways he couldn't yet imagine. Marcus's barbershop was more than just a workplace. It had become a home, a sanctuary for homeless children. There, they were not only given haircuts, but were also heard, respected, and cared for with genuine compassion. Are you willing to do something for your community for free, just as Marcus did? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, give it a like and share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to hear more inspiring stories. Goodbye, and see you soon.